Hello and welcome to the Cancer Cup 6-minute guide. So this is going to be a very short guide that just goes over the Cancer Cup that we'll be releasing soon. Just as a quick overview of the internal schedule that I keep on this channel, because I do get a lot of questions, particularly on these little 6-minute guides. So basically the full long guides, the 20+ minute guides that I release for every CM are going to be released the day before the previous CM finals. So by the time the 6-minute guides are out, the longer guides have already been out for several weeks. I release these short guides the day that the CM is actually announced, which is to help players who see the announcement and are kind of caught off guard. And so if you're looking for something with a little bit more depth, I will always link the longer guide in the description of my shorter guide videos. So the main thing to know about CM15 is that Throne is going to drop in round 1, day 2, and Throne is a very powerful card that a lot of trainers are going to be using to remake their aces in the middle of round 1. This means that if you haven't built your aces yet, I would just consider waiting for Throne to release to even build your aces. You can use your CM12 Umas on round 1, day 1, and then borrow Throne to do your ace runs on round 1, day 2. The CM12 conditions are very similar to the CM15 conditions, except for the fact that the only green that is transferable is right-handed. Now we are in another Christmas Oguri meta, which means that she is going to perform very well because 777 is a perfect proc of her unique. Here I have listed out all of the recoveries that she can get in order to run in each specific style. And Christmas Oguri usually performs the best because she has those backup accelerations of Pump Some Iron and Moving Past and Beyond. However, End Christmas Oguri does also require more spark investment. Pace Oguri is fine if you want to build her very quickly. Now for debuffers, debuffing is going to be very strong due to the fact that a lot of people are remaking their aces for Throne and because Christmas Oguri is going to be very dominant. So this means that if you can pre-plan your debuffers, you won't have to remake multiple Umas once Throne releases. For debuffers, Dominator is back on the menu and you do want to try to pair them with the White Hesitant style skills as needed. You can also run your debuffers as end closers and pick up the Intense Gaze skill as well for an additional speed debuff towards the end of the race. Like in many other CMs, fronts are going to be very strong, and a team of well-built fronts can beat a Christmas Oguri if they are hitting their skills. So of course, like always, you do want to inherit Angling and Scheming. You should also want to inherit Barcarolle of Blessings for the late race velocity, as well as Operation Cacao for some mid-race velocity. Cacao is not quite as crucial as Angling and Scheming, so you can leave that to a grandparent slot if you are able to do so. For fronts, of course you would want all of your early race skills, groundwork, taking the lead, the prudent positioning, and dodging danger combo. Additionally, you would love to stack as much mid-race as possible to, again, build that distance between yourselves and the other Christmas Oguris in the room. For pace chasers, unfortunately, they're not positioned very well right now in the meta, so I would recommend if you do have an Oshi who is a pace chaser that you try to change her running style to be a front or late or even an end closer. That might be a little bit easier to get a couple wins on, otherwise you're kind of stuck gambling on inconsistent accelerations. Late surgers here are going to be a little bit better in that they do have Let's Pump Some Iron and Moving Past and Beyond. If you are able to hit both of these accelerations, you do have a very good shot to win the race. You can also try to take Red Shift, which is a little bit of a failsafe if you push up too far. Red Shift will be delayed, but it does still activate and it will still give you a couple of links if you are in dire need at that point. Positioning for lates is going to be kind of complicated because there is a lot of variance in lobby composition. You can have lobbies with 6 other fronts and then your late just cannot get into their acceleration slot, or you can have lobbies with a lot of dominators and end closers and then you're pushed up too far. So it is a little bit tricky to get your late into the right position, but once they are there, they can definitely win. End closers are pretty similar to late surgers in that they are taking these same accelerations. However, end closers do get access to Daring Strike, which is a very strong mid-race velocity skill that will help them position more forward in the lobby. Through this, end closers can actually steal the late surger acceleration slots and use their better positioning and higher coefficients of velocity and late race acceleration in order to try to close out the race. Be mindful that if you are running end closers, that straightaway spurt and encroaching shadow do not work. You are relying on these late surger acceleration. For stat requirements, this is a medium track. It's a 2200 meter track, so medium S is going to make quite a bit of difference when it comes to closing out the race. You do, of course, want 1200 speed as well as much power and weight as you possibly can get while maintaining a stamina of around 800. For your decks here, your 222 deck is going to give you an easier time getting stats as your power cards can help you to pump your stamina, especially during your summers. You can have a more comfortable career by running a 213 deck with Stamina Sparks, which will help to supplement your lower power clicks. And here are some example builds for the upcoming CM. On the left, we have a frontrunner Fuji Kiseki with a lot of the frontrunner skills that are necessary in order to succeed. In the middle here, we have a Pace Chaser Oguri Cap who does have those 3 crucial Pace Chaser accelerations for activating Festive Miracle on the 777's proc. And on the right, we have the Omni Debuffer with the Dominator and Hesitant suite, as well as a couple of other debuff skills, just in case they might be necessary. So that's it for the quick guide this CM. I hope that this helps, and I wish you the best of luck in building or rebuilding your aces for this CM. Have a good day.